Hello everyone. In our last activity, I had you guys clean up a yard by using a healing brush to remove trash, to sample from other parts nearby and paint over it. And similarly, in this activity, you're going to remove some unwanted things from a picture of somebody's face. And in your case, I have pictures of celebrities that you can choose from, but for purposes of this example, I'm not using one of those because I want you to do this on your own based on what you see me doing with this picture. Now, this picture actually shows a before and after. The after is over here, and then the before is over here, and if you look, you can see like there's some blemishes on there, and in this one it looks a little bit more flawless. And so what I'm going to do is try to make this look as much like this as I can using the spot healing brush. Now, the difference between the healing brush and the spot healing brush is that the healing brush is good for selecting your own area that you're sampling from. And the spot healing brush, you don't get that, although you can press Alt and sample from wherever you like. What this is going to do is just select things around it. So if you go to the regular spot healing brush here, and then start going over your image, and just click. You don't even have to like paint anything. In fact, I wouldn't paint anything, because if you start painting, weird things happen. It starts to look a little bit more unnatural. So we just want to touch it up, just boom, boom. And, you know, sometimes moles help define our face, so I wouldn't necessarily remove all the moles or anything from somebody's face, because then they might not be necessarily recognizable as they normally are. So as I continue here, I can just knock out a few more of these little spots, and eventually this complexion is going to be all cleared up. You can also remove like stray hairs, similarly like that. So if you wanted to just have a clear forehead, you could. And you know, I might actually go in and take care of a couple more little spots, just some discolorations and stuff. I mean, in some of these cases, there aren't even necessarily zits. It's just you know, maybe a little tiny bit of a scar or something like that. You can also use this tool to remove bags from under eyes a little bit, and that's something we'll be going more into depth next. But aside from making her look like she's been Botoxed, I think that it's probably best sometimes to keep a few of those wrinkles in. In fact, if you look in here, some of the wrinkles are still in there. Otherwise, it becomes a little bit unnatural looking. Something fun to do is making your brush a little big and making the eye disappear. But anyways, when you're done with this, I would not do what I just did and save it and turn it in. But you're welcome to experiment later on your own time. But once I'm done, I need to go to File, Save As, put it in my Documents folder, and upload it to Classroom. And you're going to do this with a celebrity, and you have the choice of, wait for it, I think I had, Rihanna, Brad Pitt, Matthew McConaughey, and somebody else, Lindsay Lohan. So you can use either one of those 4 pictures for this, or you can use your own. If you have a picture of yourself or of a friend that you want to clean up and make it look like you belong on a magazine cover, then by all means use your own photo. Just supply a before and after, and make sure you're not using a picture that was edited using a Snapchat or Photoshop filter. We want an original photo that hasn't been doctored up in any way. Okay, so in Photopea, File, Open. We need to open our file in here. I'm going to actually open up one of the celebrities. Actually, no, I'll just show you the example again. I don't want to give it all the way to you. All right, so in this one, again, if I go down to the Band-Aid here and choose Spot Healing Brush Tool. Ooh, that's a little weird. It's because I used it on a picture earlier. I need to undo that and click somewhere else. Okay, if I Alt-click and then start, it should be fine. I don't know. Oh, it's on the Clone tool. It didn't swap over to that. There you go. It may be a little wonky for you guys. There you go. I guess the blue is an indicator in Photopea as to how or where you're coloring. And so it's the same thing as with Photoshop. With this, you're just clicking on spots that you want to remove, and it'll sample around it automatically. But you got to be careful because sometimes it might sample something you don't want, and if that happens, you can undo it, or you can just try painting over it again. I'm going to remove that one really quick just to show you how it would look if I removed the freckles. But, you know, if I were doing this activity with this actual picture, eventually what I would create would look a little bit more like what you see on the left here, because I would be smoothing things out, taking away all the little discolorations that I see on there. And eventually you would have something that looks like that on the left. So when you're all done, go to File, Save as PSD, and upload your file to Classroom. And that's that.